Welcome to Global Investor. As the financial climate in the West continues to cool, Middle East and international investors and developers are turning their sights more and more to Asia. Despite the declining dollar, many believe this region of the world has, at least to some extent, decoupled from the US economy. Now, whilst there will still undoubtedly be some kind of fallout, there is every expectation that economies here will continue to grow by a healthy amount. Here in Singapore, the world's investors and property developers gather for Cityscape Asia. Big news at this event being the formal launch of Southeast Asia's largest ever special economic zone. Just across the water here lies the Iskandar Development Region, an area 3 times the size of Singapore with the potential to create close to 1 million jobs. It's the vision of Prime Minister Badawi for Iskandar to become to Singapore what Shenzhen is to Hong Kong. But even before this multi-billion-dollar project was launched, Iskandar had a proud history all of its own. The name Iskandar pays homage to Sultan Iskandar, who was proclaimed the 4th Sultan of Johor after his father's death in May 1981. The aim of the project is to push Malaysia to the forefront of the global economic stage. It's a sentiment that was echoed in the construction of the Petronas Twin Towers here in Kuala Lumpur, which, when finished in 1998, were unveiled as the world's tallest buildings.
It's about telling the story to the world, to Malaysians and to the world, the fact that we have arrived at a certain level of achievement in our history and that we are moving forward to the next millennium at that point in time to become, a first world country, so to speak.
Malaysia has made a gargantuan leap forward in the last 50 years, transforming from an economy based on primary commodities like tin, rubber and palm oil towards its aim to become a stable and well-established financial hub for the region. Now one of the fastest growing economies in Asia, according to government sources, last year foreign investment in manufacturing and services sectors soared 69% to a record $13.7 billion, despite stiff competition from China, Singapore, Vietnam and Thailand.
They have confidence in Malaysia. They have confidence that there is continuing political stability, and that the government's policy is always pro-business policy, pro-private sector policy, pro-investment.
At the heart of this growth is the government's 2006 Ninth Malaysia Plan, an initiative that saw more than $60 billion set aside by the federal government to prepare the country to face the challenges of global competition in a climate now dominated by concerns about a US recession.
The US absorbed something like 20% of Malaysian exports, and last year Malaysian exports actually grew by 2.7%, which is the lowest rate that we've had for many a year. It has the potential to decouple because its exports, although it is actually dominated by electrical sector, they do have a fairly good broad product mix.
Set along the southern peninsula and Malaysia's longest coastline, just across the water from Singapore, Iskandar is a development that lies at the heart of the government's plans. Surrounded by the world's oldest rainforests, mangroves and beautiful islands, and spreading north from Johor Bahru, a bustling and vibrant metropolis in its own right, the government is in the process of investing billions of dollars transforming the area into one of Malaysia's most developed economic regions and a high-tech hub for trade, industry and tourism.
The state government of Johor basically understand the need to balance between the environment and development. They need the IDR, but at the same time also they need to conserve whatever that Johor has, nature-wise. Yeah.
When the project is complete, it's estimated Iskandar will bring close to 1 million jobs to the region and already provides international investors with an affordable and well-positioned gateway to Asia's burgeoning growth centres in India, China, the Gulf states and beyond. Join me after the break when we'll be hearing from the investors themselves and taking a look at some of the real success stories here in Iskandar.